Okay, so this tutorial on creating tone mapped images, and in this case we're going to do it in the Hubble palette. So the first thing you do is load in your narrowband images and you stretch them to a reasonable level, showing the stars and the nebulosity just start to show through. And from there, as I showed in an earlier tutorial, we work on a starless image. So once you've got it to this sort of point, you remove the stars. Okay, so this is the same image with the stars removed. And with the stars removed, we can stretch this now to the maximum. We're not worrying about blowing out and bloated stars. So we go to levels and we watch again, as per normal, that we're not going to clip, but we can stretch it way past its maximum. And when you adjust the black point, don't take it right up to the bottom of the slope, leave a gap. And you do this stretch in a couple of iterations. Again, leave a bit of a gap, because what we want to do is put a curve on now with a bit of contrast, so that means pulling the black point down a touch. And if you had your black point hard up against the histogram, you'd be clipping the bottom end. In this case we're not, so everything's fine. Okay, so now we've got a pretty rubbish image. So we're going to blur it. Gaussian blur, radius of about 4. And now we're going to do dust and scratches again. And we set the radius to 23 and the threshold to 16. Boom. And another Gaussian blur, this time the radius set about 3. Okay. And now another curve, just for a touch more contrast. Got the black background just a little bit dark. Bring up the faint parts. Okay, now what you do is save this, save as an S2 tone map. Okay, and you do the same for your hydrogen alpha and your oxygen. So I've already got them here. So here's the HA tone map. Here's the oxygen. And the sulfur. So what we need to do now is create an RGB image in the Hubble palette. So that would be S is red, H is green, and O for blue. We'll just minimise those for a minute. So we take the S, which is going to be the red, and change its mode to RGB. Okay. Now then, we want the green, which is going to be the hydrogen alpha. So we get up our black and white hydrogen alpha, we select it all, Control A, and we copy it, Control C. And we can close it down because we don't need it anymore. Make sure your green channel is active on your S. Place the hydrogen alpha into the green. Turn up the oxygen, Control A, Control C to copy it. This time make sure the blue channel is active. Control V to paste into the blue. Then when we click on the RGB, we've got a colour image, so we can deselect, and there you go. Now this isn't quite the Hubble palette yet. We need to adjust the colouring slightly because we've got a lot of green in there and there's no green in Hubble. So for that we go to Image Adjustments, Selective Colour, Image Adjustments, Selective Colour. And first of all we want to deal with the green. So we bring up the green channel on there, and we want to get rid of the green basically and change it to yellow. So we take out all the cyan from the green and we add a bit of magenta. We take that up to about 25, and you see that that green is pretty much turned to yellow. Now we deal with the yellow. Selective colour again, yellow channel. We want to change that yellow to the Hubble gold. So in the yellow we take out the cyan and we add a bit of magenta to suit. There you go. So we change green to yellow to gold. Now we want to deal with the cyan because the Hubble has got quite good blue. Your Image Adjustments, Selected Colour, cyan. Knock down the cyan a touch by removing a bit of cyan and all of the yellow. Now that colour we got there we want to change to blue. So Image Adjustments, Selective Colour again, cyan. Take out a bit of magenta to about 25, and again all of the yellow. And there you can see we've changed the cyan to blue. Now then, check. We want a neutral background, so we need to align the histogram. So we go to Levels, and we see that the blue is the furthest over, so we need to bring the red up to match it. We'll bring the red up to match the blue, and the green a touch. Keep an eye on the histogram so we don't clip. Okay, now we would save this as our master Tonemapped RGB. So RGB Tonemapped, or whatever you want to call it.